through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free.
Boundary throw in. Peel Thunder in 5th position, just behind West Perth, who are in 4th, but only 10% possession percentage, I should say, separates them. Here's Sterling breaking through with ease. Quick chip up to the position. Here's Robertson, who was the hero last time these sides met, where Peel Thunder broke an almost 2-year win the streak. He goes up to Crow. Crow kicked 3 goals last week, up towards half forward for the Thunder. Aiming to win 3 games in a row for the first time in a long time for the Thunder. Crow, he's backing himself in from long distance. Yep, Peel off to the perfect start. Never looked likely, and that'll just stay in through Patton, who takes it in the nick of time. Bit of a call coming up here between the umpires to see if it's going to be counted. It is, and Patton, second game, kicked a freakish goal last week on debut at Lane Group Stadium from the pocket in general play. He can try and back it up here, the big man. Around the corner, not going to trouble the scorers, stays in the field of play. Big fly there came from the Thunder. Barraclough is down there for West Perth, and umpire says, I'll have it. Looking at the ends quickly, Travis Clark makes his debut for West Perth. Congratulations to him. North Beach Junior Football Club, 15 years of age, as does Jed McGuan, Sorrento Craig Junior Football Club, as play continues. Peel deep in there, forward 50 around the corner. And West Perth will just try and lock that in. For those two, Jed McGuan and Travis Clark making their debut. Maxim Collins comes back for his first game since round 3 from State 18's duties. Bottom age prospect. Ashton Lola and Scott Stegman in for their first game since round 4, while 2 in for Peel Thunder. He's going to go the way of the Thunder. And looks like it's going to be Patton again, so he's made a good start to this game. He's going to line up for his second set shot. This time could have easier time troubling the score. Ewan Thompson in for the Thunder, first game since round 4, and also Tom Ward, 2 inclusions. And the second gamer again in Jai Patton, bottom age prospects. Get Peel off to an ideal start. Well, the old commentator's curse come back to bite him. He hasn't scored yet again, and West Perth will bring it out. Oaksart to do his kicks down the line underneath it is real and great mark. He's been in some great form for the Thunder. Wants to honour the lead here as Robertson, a bit too much over his head. Going for the fist in the end was Carr. He had to play the defensive trait, but didn't realise that he had time to mark it as well. And Jackson Carr, who hit the scoreboard last week in that 51-point win over East Perth. All forward for the Thunder. Comes in and looks good, but just faded late. So the Thunder, they do find the first score of the morning. The line behind through Carr as West Perth through boxer gets the 1-2. Great form himself, leading the Colts Coaches Association votes at the moment. Long ball down the line on the broadcast side here at HIF Health Insurance Oval. And pass there. McGuan just trying to break the traffic, can't do so, and Peel Thunder will be rewarded. A very early impact from the Thunder side, making a trip from Mandurah here. Short ball. Good one. Long down the line. Pack of players underneath it. Great mark there taken by the Falcons. Great to have your company here on YouTube, the official channel. That's a great mark taken in the air. Looks like Collins underneath it, who just bunked it the whole way. Maxim Collins, state 18's duties he's been on. He's thrown back, thrown forward, had 30 disposals in his first Colts game of the year on debut. He goes short to McGuan, inbounding ball, back to Collins. Collins wants to go short. It's a good one there. And West Perth first inside 50 of the morning for them. Umpire was tempted to play the whistle. Quick kick around the corner. Attacking it. Falcons picking it up there. Getting involved was Davison. He'll get it back now. Has a bit of time to assess his options. Down the line, Barraclough sitting underneath it. Patton came late. Where are the Crummers? There they are for Peel Thunder. Foot race could be on. Inside 50. Getting separation was Little on his opponent. And Xavier Little doesn't need a lot of time and space. Takes the mark. He kicked 2 goals last week against East Perth. And good transition footy there by Peel. So Xavier Little, summer squad, the state 18s. Long ball, plenty of purchase on it. Just fumbling there at the tip of the goal square. And holding the ball free kick, so it looks like it's going to go the way of Trent Robertson. So not a whole heap going right early as far as free kicks are concerned. Robertson looks like he's going to go the approach with the snap around the corner, and who else but Trent Robertson gets Peel Thunder off the start they want as far as goals are concerned. He's up in the leading goal kicker list for a reason, competition wide, and Trent Robertson wins the free kick and makes full use of it from close range. Peel Thunder strike first to win second game over West Perth this year after a 6-point victory back in round 5 to break an almost 2-year streak. West Perth get the clearance. Collins is down there, lost his footing. Did he drag that in? Interesting to see what the umpire does here. And he says, I'll have it, benefit of the doubt given. Collins. Big slam out there by the Thunder. Foot races on Boxar's going to be first to it. Closing in on him is Thompson, and West Perth will bring it back out. Ewan Thompson averaging 25 disposals game this year, and rare mark drop there by Barraclough. Could have gone back to captain Boxar, who he ignored. Comes out, Barraclough combines there with Jones. Locks Jones around the corner, wants to find Blake Jones, and chopping it off there is Tom Ward, also back into the lineup for the first time since round 7. Short ball, back here, looking to go through the corridor again. Peel Thunder. Ball a bit too much over the head there of Cooper. Attacking it though was Faithful. Faithful wants to get it back. Let's go having other ideas in mind. Going to ground, the Falcons outnumbered. Handball came from Ivankovic. Back here at West Perth. Buchetti and Sterling on the non-preferred. Good ball. Just a bit too much over the head there of Edwards, tallest man out there. Big ball. Barker kept his composure. Clark, here is the debutant laying a tackle. He'll try and get the ball back, and Jones might have got a push there. Very unlucky perhaps to not get a free kick. Whelan And also Benton Coalface. And we'll have a re-throw in by the boundary umpire. Ball comes down. Thunder have the numbers. Pringle putting his head over it. Wanted to find Cooper. Slamming it out of there. The Thunder one-on-one. Thompson also with Roost. Thompson held his ground and Roost can't believe his luck. And the Thunder just looking a bit more on top of their game at the moment. Only a 7-point buffer. Can't even get a free kick. Centre half forward. Go wide. Trying to set it up on a new angle. Back into the middle. Centre half forward. Barraclough. It as long and hard as he possibly can. Not sure this ball will stay in. Bounces all ends up attacking it. Falcons, and in the end, a boundary line, not the worst result. Very windy conditions out here today. HIF Health Insurance Oval. Hopefully the rain holds off, but price if it does come down at some point. Big fist there to impact from Sterling, picking it up. Eventually was Fenton, lost his footing. There, Falcons trying to plead for a free kick. Umpire lets it go. And that ball's not coming out anytime soon. West Perth, they want to respond as well. The 8-point loss last week to East Fremantle. They didn't score a goal in the first quarter. Other than that, they've been in good form to sit 4th on the ladder. Such a tight competition, so anyone can win on any given day. Jones and Edwards to resume battle. Neither ruck can get to it. Jones, Blake this time with the fist. He's caught though. Vice says give it to me. Jones. Fowler can't rip it out of there. There's Bowers. Find the pressure now is lower. Woods just over halfway stage of the quarter. 7 points through Brent Robertson, the only goal. Trying to go one way or the other. Just did a bit too much in the end. Was Cooper, it looks like. Now Bowers, 10.5 forward. Too far out to score, you'd say. Who's can he spot up? Wants to go long to the goal square. Big ball flying over the top. Got a big leap on it, did. Thunder defence. Oh. Here's opportunity for the Falcons to score. Collins will do the ruck work. Flaps it out. Might have to do his own roving in there. Under defence holding up pretty well. Ward. Quick kick out. There is Ward in fact at the coalface. Falcons Robertson, can he keep that in? Just, says the umpire. West Perth can't believe it. 1% possession in favour of Falcons, Thunder rather. It feels like a bit more as the Thunder look to control the ball. Up towards centre half forward. Robertson again, his presence hard to match up with, and he wants to find Carr in the middle of the ground, just going back to go forward. Carr can use Whelan with the handball receive. Whelan from long range, not his best ball, but nonetheless gets inside the 50, gives his forward a chance. Little there, and Vanderline throwing the result. 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. West Perth still yet to score. 7-point lead for Thunder. Patton, who this time's that. Looks to get it out to Pringle. Pringle does get himself. He has no prior. Ball spills out. Umpire says I'll have it, or it did. Great to have EGT on board again in season 2026, supporting the WAFL Colts competition. Impossible without them. Spiraling ball, fist comes there, and Davison to see out for the Thunder. Another throw in. Edwards comes out, almost pulled out of there in the end. Get the purchase after smother. It was a good one there. West Perth nonetheless can move the ball. Here's Jones. Wants to ball the opponent and gives it over the wanted to give it over the top. That was ignored. Ducati, in fact, sent it inside 50. Sterling. It's past Collins there, but tried to do too much, and there was the support that came. Collins and also his teammate in Stegman, who to know about it. Collins on the half-forward flank. Looks like he's going to back himself in. Maxon Collins from beyond the 50-yard. Part of the state 18s as a bottom major. Plenty of hype around Maxon Collins. Mentioned 30 disposals in round one. Big kick. It's not going to make the distance. Big fly there at ground level. West Perth, they do score for the first time today. Not the desired result they were after, but it's a straight kick that separates Peel Thunder, who lead West Perth at the moment. That behind coming through Guan, which would have been a great moment on Colts' debut, as Peel Thunder just mucking around with a bit too much, luckily for there, and didn't concede goal, but point nonetheless. A bit more of a measured approach as Pringle wins that battle. He's fought in two minds there as the pressure came in from Guan. Handball. Okay, Pringle hugs the boundary line. Good attack there from Faithful. How about the pick up as well? Went to Cooper. That was tremendous stuff there by Faithful. Clark super. Impactful first quarter, two disposals, coming off 31 last week in a best on ground performance. And he'll work into his craft though. Patton brings it out. And slap it forward. Davison, here's pass, here's tackle applied. And the tension's just rising here, first quarter. Entire Health Insurance Oval. It's EGT WAFL Colts for round 12. Quick kick around the corner. Bogusal's going to sit underneath this, as did Crow. That could be a mark in the end. Umpire put the whistle away. Caught this man third side. Did well enough to get a kick on the outside of the boot as Bogsal gets creative. Quick kick opens up the corridor. Now down the line on the far side. Wide kick there. Vance Davison runs into oncoming traffic with a couple of Falcons there that he can't bypass. All morning games in the round 12 block of fixtures for the EGT WAFL Colts. Back to a full round of fixtures after those bye rounds throughout the midway stage of the season. These teams playing last week. Peel Thunder coming off a 50-plus point win, and West Perth a 50-plus point loss. Not his best ball in Cooper. Around the corner went Andrich, sitting underneath this car, and the pressure came from French just to see it out. 5 minutes remaining in this opening term. Grabbing it out of the ruck, wasting no time as French. West Perth, bit of free moving footy is what they're after. Quick kick inside for 3 pack of players. In the end, Sterling can go uncontested, but he dropped the mark in the end. That's unlike him. Play continues on. Clark on hands and knees, making the impact, trying to get it out to Zucchetti on the left foot. One-on-one battles all round. Jones. That's it. Flynn McGuan. Play on the ground, so umpire might got play here. Not sure if that was the best decision to keep it going, but nonetheless, Pure Thunder won't be complaining. They move the ball to the wing. Ball. They look to roll the tempo towards the latter stages of this opening term. Robertson, only goal kicker on the ground so far. Be surprised considering the season that he's had to date. 21 goals now, 10 games. Up and under ball, this will take a fair effort to mark. Little was there around the corner. Ivan Kubik had a bit more time than he realised. The Thunder again can send it back in a similar direction. Little the target, but having other ideas was Dylan alone, who just drew a bit of time off. Short ball for Travis Clark, debutant. Through the hands of French. Right that moment again. At the end, he has to use the boundary line as his friend there. So West Perth. Potentially that might be held goalless for the second week in a row. Pure Thunder only just the 1 goal as well, so have to put that into perspective. As Edwards loses it, Clark goes back in, uses Balloon, who he's caught as well, illegal disposal, so pressure from both sides on the defensive end has been hard to fault. Big ball, Carr's going to run and fly, got good impact. The little man see it over the line. Ball's just staying on that far side for now. Stakes are huge for the winner of today. They'll go ahead of the other one. The Perth at the moment in 4th position by 10% as far as percentage is concerned. You have to qualify in this competition, although history will say top 3. Not the best chance of going all the way. Using his body to perfection there was Stegman. Hold the mark, and West Perth might have saved their best attempt till last. Scott Stegman, his first game since round 4, so been a while between drinks, and this would be a great way to return. And doesn't register a score in the end, so finishing just been a bit of a off point for both teams when they have had their opportunities. Ball expect Pure Thunder to be relatively safe with their approach of this last minute. Across the face of goal, Sterling, as he often is, last line of defence. He'll chip the ball up and ask Hunt to float in. Hunt on the left. Kicks it well out of the danger area, but only as far as Dufresne, who knows there's not long left. He's not his best kick. He has to go back and fetch it himself. Went out there to Boxer. We know he can kick a goal from long range. Too far out to score though. Chipping ball, diving on the end of it. You wouldn't want to concede now if you're the Falcons. If you're the Thunder rather. Eventually held on to it with Lollard. The umpire is not enough as Clark weaves through traffic, chipping balls. Their one last chance for Pure Thunder to go one end to the other. 20 seconds left in this opening term. Robertson's corralled, dangerous ball to turn it over. Dufresne has to go quick. He doesn't look in too much of a rush, but eventually gets the ball on. A mark would be ideal here for West Perth, who goes up the quarter, but it's a mark out of wheel and who saves the day and denies West Perth a last gasp opportunity to score. So West Perth for the second consecutive week held goalless at the first break, but Peel Thunder only one goal themselves through Trent Robertson. They've made the long trip up here to HIF Health Insurance Oval, and they'll go into the quarter time break with a 5-point lead. A low scoring affair here, overcast conditions are tuned up, but nonetheless anyone's ball game at the first break. It's West Perth 2 points trailing Peel Thunder 1-1-7. You're live on the WAFL official YouTube channel. EGT WAFL Colts for round 12. We'll be back to the second quarter right after this.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game, because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Welcome back to HIF Health Insurance Oval. Second quarter coming up between the Falcons and the Thunder. EGT WAFL Colts action for round 12. Think Mental Health round, which is a great initiative by WA Football. It's Thunder leading by 5 points. Just the one goal for Trent Robertson. Jethro Davis and Luca Boakstar leading disposal winners for respective sides with 7 possessions. Overcast conditions here. Winter day at HIF Health Insurance Oval. What does the second quarter present? A low scoring affair so far. Second term underway. Edwards and French doing battle, and it's West Perth with the first clearance, surging through over the back. Big run and jump there by Sterling. Last line of defence. Hill Thunder, and umpire says, I'll have it. Jones. And ball will just be seen out. Point post getting a bit of a workout there, but probably rather better thrown at this point rather than another behind to West Perth. Still searching for first goal. Jones and Edwards in there. Throw in beats both of them. Jones went with the handball. Quick kick around the corner. Might just be the required 15. Is umpire going to pay the mark? Almost in the end. Handball came out from Lola, and there is going to be a free kick coming the way of West Perth. They were threatening for a little while there. It's going to be Lockie Jones. Forward ruck option for West Perth. 2 goals so far this year, 6 games. Comes in. And he has the first for the Falcons, so they do what they couldn't do in the first quarter, and that's hit the scoreboard. And it's only less than a couple of minutes into the opening term. Lockie Jones gets West Perth into the lead for the first time today. Back in the middle again. West Perth hit the front. Here is French. Wanted to find Lola. Sunshine just coming out here for the first time really today as Carr takes the mark for visitors. Down the line. Robertson made the impact yet again, even if he didn't quite take the mark. Andrew throw in the result. Shallow throw in. Going to ground, Pringle ripped out of there by Edwards. Here is Pringle trying to fend off, had to go backwards. Luckily on the outside of the boot, Hunt's kick was okay. Dufresne attacks it well, just playing a bit behind the footy at the moment. We know his traits up forward. They try and bring it to this broadcast side, potentially Flynn McGuan. And he finds Dufresne. Dufresne up towards the verge of centre half forward. Jones is there and unable to keep that in. West Perth. It'll be Lasso, and Sterling do those duties. Returned to the lineup for the first time since round 3 last week. Kicked a goal. Well, backing it box up. And off a set of hands, it'll be seen out. Other team really grabbing this game by the scruff of the neck at the moment. Edwards slaps it over. Kick. Collins and Sterling impacting over the top. They have to be careful with the Thunder. Whelan just stayed out of it. He has to attack it now. Fends off a couple of Falcons. The pressure came in there by Jones. And now Hunt stretching wide and working up the ground to take the mark is Giller. Giller goes short. Honours Cruz McCall. There's Clark short, but that's ignored. He wants to go further up the line. Just hugs the boundary line here. It was a bit of a nothing kick in the end, but they do well to keep it in. Through Falloon, who just lost his footing, lying on top of it. And umpire gives the benefit of the doubt. French just giving away a free kick. That's his only real error to date. Probably getting on top of Edwards as far as general play is concerned. Quick kick there. Barakoff attacked it well. Through congestion was Robertson. Shows that he's just more than a goal-kicking machine. Handball over the top. Here's Thompson. Can he pick up cleanly? Boxar's going to track him and did really well to close in. Pushing off it. Well done, Boxer. That's why he's one of the informed players in the competition. He hangs up for a fraction, but he's enough for Dufresne to take the mark. This came from behind just to impact slightly from Fenton. Sterling through congestion, using the handball. Quick kick off a standing step. Slight fumble there, but they do okay through Ward. Ward, now Russell combines. They get out of there. Robertson and Barakoff. It's going to be a fascinating matchup the longer this one goes. Robertson already kicked a goal and a great mark there taken. They've got a player over the top. That player is Clark, and he's going to be on his preferred side as left footer. Drew Clark. Nicely done there by Robertson to move the ball on quickly. So Drew Clark looks like he's going for the drop punt here. See many players run around with the snap. Doesn't need to snap it in the end, but maybe needed to as far as scoring a goal is concerned. We're all squared up here. 1 goal, 2 apiece. HIF Health Insurance over. EGT WAFL Colts action for round 12. Think mental health round. Big fist came there. Can Hill Thunder capitalise off turnover. Wrapping up Hunt. Wrapped up Ivankovic. Jones now. And under went Clark. Edwards, big slap out. Trying to give Rovers a chance. Cooper was there. His opponent went to ground. Could that have been a throw? Edwards feeds it out. Quick kick around the corner there from Thompson. Throw was in front position, and it's a free kick coming the way of the Thunder, and a nudge out too much to ignore us from by Crow. Leading goal kicker last week with 3. And a shot at the other end. Similar distance, but this one a tighter angle. Second quarter. Harrison Crow turned to the lineup last week. Wants to bring that left to right, and it does, but just couldn't work it back enough in time. Was always to the left-hand side of the goal post. They do get the lead back ever so slightly to the Thunder. Very low-scoring game here of Colts footy. Tough conditions, of course, which we're playing part, but sunshine is out. Great to see as Sterling is eager to bring this ball back in, but it would have been touched, so it will be a boundary throw in. Edwards with Thunder, now to Frayne, making his presence felt further up the ground. Attacking it was Sterling, awkward position. Here come the Falcons. Jones, handball there. Then they get the overlap run. Just fumbling there was Barker. Peel Thunder ferocious with their own rebounding. Sterling trying to lower his eyes. Pinpoint ball, but only as far there as Alone, who chops it off. Alone down the line wanted Collins, who's playing forward today. Trying to rip it out of there. Maxon Collins has a couple of Peel Thunder's players to contend with. $14 minutes left to play in this second quarter. West Perth, who've done the only scoring as far as goals today, second quarter. Kick around the corner there. West Perth, awkward ball to try and pick up. Ball kicked out through the hands there of Edwards. Luckily Fenton mopped up, he went to ground. Good kick from the corridor. Vandenberg target. And both teams settle for a ball up in the heart of the ground. Jones gets a free run and jump at it and impacts the contest again. Been a hold there for either side. Good handball out from Bowers. Sidestepping to Frayne. Crummers. Jones there, bounce didn't quite suit him. Whelan just overrun it. West Perth player goes to ground. Playing from behind there was Barker, and again another ball up. Very congested game of footy at the moment in this second quarter. And leading by 1 point. Both sides still in single digits on the scoreboard. Trying to rip it out there is Russell. Can't do so successfully. Great ball to win out there from Bowers. Gives his forwards a chance. Sterling has the reach over the top, and talking about the matchup at the other end between Barraclough and Robertson. Well, another fascinating one there between Sterling and also Collins. Collins, funnily enough, the man that replaced Mitch Sterling in the 18's trial games, and then game one of the champs. Andrew throwing again, this time half forward for West Perth. Edwards slung his opponent to ground. Barker to it. Up there, Ward trying to give Faithful a chance. He loses his footing. Low ball along the ground. Barker. Good win out there from Peel Thunder. They go one end to the other. Transition footy. McCow. Good kick up towards Little, who's been starved of opportunities since he the mark at the other end of the ground in the first quarter to have a shot from a similar region. He just got free from his opponent, and he can go back. What would still be an almighty effort to convert this. Xavier Little. Confident looking approach. And again, we've seen that a couple of times today. Out of bounds on the full. Hitting the behind post. Hard to see which way this one's headed at the moment. Just mistiming that slightly under the flight of it, the Falcons. This time their opportunity to go one end to the other. Low ball on a searching lead was Collins. Did well to keep it in his grasp and then goes there to Barker. Barker one way then the other. Fooled those Thunder players. Wait for the cavalry to arrive here. See Boxer pointing long, but that was ignored, and Peel Thunder weren't on the same page there as the mark's taken. Looks like Barker at centre half forward. Maybe too far out to score, but might try and set this up to see if the Peel Thunder defence. Called to play on, low ball. Awkward one to pick up. He does get out the back. Here's an opportunity for the Falcons to find their second. Quick kick around the corner is a successful one. And it looks like it could be one of the debutants. Well, no one was wanting to grab this game by the scruff of the neck. It's not a debutant, it's a second gamer in the form of Stegman, who does kick his first goal. Second game of footy in terms of Colts. 2 behinds against South Fremantle back in round 4. And Falcons kick their second of the quarter. They go out to a 5-point lead. Scott Stegman, clever finish around the corner. We're back in the middle once again. Would that just open up the floodgates? Peel Thunder wouldn't like to think so, as Pringle gets another clearance. And a good mark there taken. Had a couple of bites at the cherry, and mark is taken there by Vanderberg. Hasn't had a touch yet, but could be worth its weight in gold if he can convert here. Straight in front to get the quick reply. Not going to make the distance. Big run and jump there, and timing it to perfection. Guess who? It's Robertson, who slams home his second, and for all that good work that West Perth did, it's the premier goal kicker who has his team's second and his own second, Robertson. Power forward that's hard to shut down, 194 centimetres, and Peel Thunder bounce back instantly. One point back out to in favour of the visitors. 2-2-14 West Perth. They trail Peel Thunder 2-3-15. Trent Robertson with his 22nd goal of the season. All of a sudden, who knows, it might have just opened up a fraction here. Running through traffic with ease in the end was Bowers. Around the corner, Collins around. Can he sneak this in? Welcome back to the lineup, Maxim Collins. Playing as a forward today. We know the talent he possesses, and he has such high raps on him for a bottom age prospect. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. And Maxim Collins has his first goal in WAFL Colts footy. Hard not to get excited about the prospect that Maxim Collins is. Such a versatile player. Again, talking about Robertson being 194 centimetres. Collins is as well as a bottom ager. And all of a sudden, it just took a couple of goals there. And in a flash, there's been goals either way. Can Peel Thunder get one again? Been an exciting last couple of minutes, waiting for it a little while and dropping the mark there a little. He'd like that moment all over again. Gets it back though. Handball around the corner. Peel Thunder top of the goal square. Crows there, as was Vandenberg. And it's just rushed through, and you can see Boxer saying, settle things down, boys. We've hit the front. Don't want to concede. 5 minutes remaining in the second term. Low ball. West Perth, can they go one into the other? Hunt one way than the other. Sterling. Didn't realise he had less time than he thought. Handball there. Cooper. Wastes no time hacking it forward. Kick and hope more than anything, and it works out. Crow. Can he honour a lead of one of his forwards? Just diving at full stretch. Alone wins out. West Perth take a measured approach. Is that going to be 50 as well? Just didn't stay at the mark there, so they break out of jail to the Falcons. Boxer looking for the handball receive. Right idea in mind, didn't quite execute, but Boxer does well enough to mob up, slams it forward, out the back. Crumbing. Did he have prior? Umpire said no. Still a dangerous position to lock the ball into West Perth. Patton doing the rucking forward line. Collins again showing his strength around the corner. Went Stegman. Can he find his second goal? Not quite. 5-point lead for West Perth. It was a 5-point lead for Peel Thunder at the quarter time break. So a 10-point turnaround as Thunder trying to bring out a bit too rushed in the end, perhaps. Up and under the ball. They'll ask a fair bit of the likes of Collins here. Down there, French. Roving was Fowler. Can they get hand onto it? And playing the goal-saving role there was Whelan. He just has a bit too much of a rushed approach in the end. Has that ball gone out of bounds? Must have just stayed in. Ball didn't go out. Chipping ball. Looks like it's going to be cut off here by Williamson. Haven't called his name too much today, but whenever he gets the ball, he makes an impact, and it's Zucchetti who takes the mark. A bit more of a central angle for him. Kicked a goal last week against East Freo. Xavier Zucchetti on the left. Not going to work back in time, but doesn't need to. The mark's taken, and a bit of a brain fade there, maybe for Peel Thunder not to just knock it over, as the mark's taken by French. Zach French on a tight angle. Get a bit of breathing room. He goes for the drop punt, which very traditional from there, and maybe should have gone with the check side or left foot snap. Still though, 7-point lead, just beyond that 1 goal buffer for West Perth. 2 minutes remaining in the opening half. Opened up towards the latter stage of this second quarter as far as goal scoring. Kick out. Here is Thompson out for disposal, number 10. On return, averaging 25 this year in the Colts, despite not being out there since round 4. Do well enough to keep it in the Thunder. Giving a chance for Edwards to run onto, but closing in on him and not giving up the whole way was Jones. Had his moments in this first half. The boundary line. Here is Collins. Really would want to be on the end of this kick, but West Perth, they won't matter. They won't care too much whose hands it is into, as long as it's one in the red and the blue. Whelan came across to chop off. Loves to rebound any opportunity he gets. Up towards centre half forward. Robertson's down there. Barraclough with the fist. Clean pick up there by Crow. He did take them on in the end, but luckily got a handball out. Pringle off a standing step. Ward just floats in from the side. Williamson's right with him. Thunder through Clark. He's on his favourite left boot, hugging square. Did anyone touch it? They eventually did, and it goes through, and expect West Perth to hold on to this as much as possible. Box up. He's in a rush to get it out, and that's a mark taken. Then we might want to get the handball received back. Umpire called 50. It was the non-officiating umpire there. So risk versus reward. Boxer brought that out. Fowler on his left. Low ball. Playing in front though was Sterling. One last chance perhaps for the Thunder to make an impact and level up the scorers at half-time. Would probably be a fitting way to close out this first half. Been hard to split the teams. That's a good mark taken. Getting separation for Loon. 10 seconds remain. He's too far out to score, so he'll give a chance there for Little to run on the end of it. And this would be a fitting way to close out the first half if he can kick truly. And a couple of opportunities this game already. This the most easy though. Still have to convert, which he does. And it's an ideal way to finish the half of Peel Thunder. They don't go into the first half behind at either quarter time or half time. And from a game standpoint, it's all set up. 3-5-23. West Perth do win the quarter, but Peel Thunder there through Little make it a deadlock at the main break. Took a little while there for teams to really take their opportunities in front of goal, but nonetheless, teams will take a well-earned break. Tough conditions here, but sun is out at HIF Health Insurance Oval. We've got a cracking game of footy still to come in the second half. Live on the WAFL official YouTube channel. It's the 4th place West Perth hosting the 5th place Peel Thunder, and you wouldn't know that there's that much between them because only 10% as far as the percentage is concerned, and that's a reflection of how close this one is today in the first half. Back on the other side of this for the second half as we see who can come away with the 4 points live from HIF Health Insurance Oval.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on so you can start working and earning faster so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell them if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
So now you're here again, knocking at my door.
Well, we're heading towards the Think Mental Health round, and it's great to have Minister Sabina Winton to discuss some of the big issues surrounding this very important weekend of football. Minister, great to have you with us. First of all, how does Think Mental Health round go from creating awareness to providing real outcomes for those involved in the WAFL and WAFL W?
Well, we know that football is so much more than a game. It brings community together, it builds connections. So it's great to have a partnership between Healthway and WA Football to really focus on what we know that football clubs do well, and that is opening up and talking about wellbeing.
And Minister, from a financial point of view, there are some key initiatives which will be supported by this program.
That's right, Mark. $1.5 million in this important partnership that not only is about raising awareness, but also, of course, supporting clubs to make sure that they can support their communities, whether it's through barbecues, workshops, providing support to make sure that clubs can support their players.
Off the back of that, how do players, coaches and club leaders reinforce and ensure the modelling is in place so that anyone at your footy club can seek help when it comes to your mental health?
Look, leaders in clubs set the tone. It's the way they allow for conversations to develop so that people feel valued and supported. It's around building a culture that it is okay, and leaders start those conversations.
Okay, Minister, let's put in place one simple action that every person in the football community can enact to ensure that they are supporting mental health in the best possible manner.
It's really simple. Start conversations with your mates and be prepared to listen. If something's off, say something, and really important, make the effort to stay connected from day to day and week to week.
Hey, Minister, the Cook government so supportive of this Think Mental Health round, joined by WA Football. Give us an idea of how thoroughly you're diving into this issue, which is so critical in our community.
Oh, absolutely. We as a government have a priority of mental health and wellbeing of all Western Australians, and we know through sport that's where people stay healthiest. And so the partnership between Healthway and WA Football is so critically important. We know football clubs look out for each other each and every day, and through this investment through Healthway, we can give them further support and the tools to take it the next step.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on so you can start working and earning faster so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell me if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
last of my thoughts. Standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts. Standing on the edge of my time.
Welcome back to HIF Health Insurance Oval, second half coming up in this EGT WAFL Colts clash. Round 12, think mental health round. It's all squared up playing field, 3-5 apiece between the Falcons and the Thunder. Fascinating second half coming up. Only 10% percentage separates these sides. 4th versus 5th. West Perth in 4th position. Peel Thunder in 5th. So they're both in the 5, but a win today for whoever can take it out will go a long way to staying in that finals hunt. Back underway for the second half, live on the WAFL official YouTube. Fresh air swing there from Blake Jones. Have another stoppage. The 3 disposals for Blake Jones up until now, but tough conditions out there. Edwards got the handball receive. Williamson, he's caught holding the ball by the Thunder. Carr eager to take the advantage. Up towards half forward on a searching lead. Robertson, that's not going to be able to be kept in the field of play. Barraclough to bring it back in. Short ball. Couldn't hit the target. A bit casual there. Barraclough towards Jones, who's on hands and knees. Goes back. Barraclough around the corner. Quick kick around the body. Smothered. Coming off the boot there of West Perth. Have a boundary throw in. Jones and Edwards. Edwards with 13 hit-outs. Jones up to 9. No, he's rotating there with French, though. Carr attacking it well. Robertson keeps it around the corner. Didn't have to look. And at full stretch was Little. Boundary throw-in. Can't save that ball in, but Peel Thunder won't be complaining too much. An opportunity for them to strike straight after the main break. Ball thrown in around the corner. The ambitious attempt. First score, though, of second half goes the way of Peel Thunder. They go 1 point clear. Led at 5 points by at quarter time. Half time, so it's all squared up, meaning West Perth won that second quarter. Folks are out of full back. Edwards right there. Well done there. Andrich kept it in. Handball in the direction of the Falcons. Simonunu. Long ball is a good one for West Perth. They get the reply, and it's through to Frayne, who doesn't need a lot of time and space from long range. That ball continued to play out, and it's a nice finish considering a lot of those kicks, whether it be in general play or from a set shot, have gone either side of the point post. Really finish that to Frayne. Class above that finish. 5 points. West Perth regain the lead. It's largely been in Peel Thunder's favour, but after the halftime break, they go 5 points clear through Lath to Frayne's long range finish. Nine matches, 8 goals. So playing a part in the PSA competition when he's not in the Colts. Quick clearance comes out. Collins is there, right with him the whole way. It was Fenton. Whelan keeps it in, but eventually does go out of play. Now Collins will do the ruck work. His first goal in Colts footy. That second quarter, going up against Edwards, one of the form rucks of the competition. There's a whistle going the way of Peel Thunder. It's going to go the way of Edwards, who's quick to move it on to Thompson. It's across the face of goal, dangerous. That should be a free kick. It's not. Well, eventually it was called. I was going to say, you see them paid most often than not, coming back the way of Tiger Martin. Great first name to call. Tiger as a commentator. Long ball back in a direction that it initially came from Fenton. Combines there, Davison. Next link in the chain, Giller, although reading it best was Boxer. Fell back into his lap. Didn't take a moment to realise a big hip and shoulder there. Deemed legal from Sterling. Up and under. Can McGuan get a fingertip to it? He can't. Didn't need to. In the end, as West Perth try and find their second of the quarter, 5-point lead they have. Over 5 minutes played out by the time this is thrown back in. Collins playing from behind, comes away with Clark. Clark handball to Thompson, back the way of his captain. And Ward just left it for his teammate. Over the back of Robertson, working up the ground. Did Barakoff get a fingertip to it? He might have, can't believe his luck. Done pretty well though, Robertson, first couple of goals. Barakoff hasn't been disgraced, as is the case throughout the duration of this Colts season. Been the form fullback of the competition. Off a set of hands, Andrich read at best, has to just settle for a ball up. Patton down the way, Lola. Pringle in tight congestion. Interesting looking kick. Barraclough reading it best. One in the outside of the boot. Not sure if he wanted to go non-preferred or outside of the boot. In the end, it was the latter. Stealing it out of mid-air. Thompson went off the deck. Hunt. Clark, can he wheel back onto his left? His hand pass was impacted there by Jones, starting to make an impact, but he's caught holding the ball. Ran into the pressure there of Pringle, who, again, one of the form players of the competition, is third in the Colts Association votes competition-wide. McKenna Pringle, part of the leadership group for this Peel Thunder outfit as well. Been a key reason why they've been able to win 4 games of footy this year after not winning a single game last year. Under new coach now, Stephen Thompson, runs out to the top of the goal square. Expect them to punch this through, box up. Tried to mark it, but couldn't quite do so. 4-point ball game. West Perth lead by. Hand pass over the top, Jones. Play it. Down behind ball. Hopefully they're okay. Making contest, it was French. Rare fumble there. West Perth, and closing in was Hunt for the Thunder. Bottom of that pack is Barker. Just spills out, and then Sterling off a standing step pumps it in the direction there. Giller, Robertson, Barraclough wins that ball. Williamson and Giller, two of the speedier players for their respective sides. On the non-preferred when Williamson looked very unconvincing. Clark tempted to go by foot, but the handball, the better option. Patton potentially could have been held. Handball over the top. Crows, the furthest player back to goal. Has to strike off his opponent. Can't do so alone. What a tackle that was. And that'll please Steve Chapman and the coaching staff. Those kind of efforts deep in the back line by Dylan alone. Tipping ball finds Flynn McGuan. He wants to open up the corridor. Low ball is good. Oxar running past. Getting the handball receive. One end to the other. Here's Dufresne. Similar position to where he kicked that goal on the run. Chipping ball. Wants to go in the direction there of Collins. Or rather, it's French, but marking the ball in the end is a Falcon nonetheless. It's had the extra number there, West Perth. just to get a bit of breathing room that they've been after. From directly in front, this is for their 5th goal to get it out to a game-high lead for their sake. Comes in, and umpire was always moving to the right there. So back to 5 points here at HIF Health Insurance Oval. West Perth looking to bounce back after losing by 58 points to East Fremantle last week. 51-point win to Peel Thunder against East Perth, searching for their 3rd win in a row. They beat West Perth, upset them back in round 5 this year down in Mandurah. Trying to shrug off there. Bowers combined now. Jones up and under kick. Attacking it full way. It's Cruz McCall. Working for him nicely is Clark. Drew Clark. Lowers his eyes. Measured ball, playing from behind alone. Kept his footing, which was the main thing. Allowed him to win that contest. Trying to break through. Nicely done there by Fowler. Fowler's kick. Bit of a helicopter. French flew. Quick kick out by Falloon. Clark again. Starting to rack up the disposals. And Ward settle things down a touch for the Thunder. Up and under kick. Asks Edwards to fly. The push out. It's going to go the way of the home side. Through Lockie Jones. Has players screaming for it in the middle. Those were ignored. Just settling things down a fraction. Sterling is going to fill in the hole and looked likely to mark that the whole way. The competitor is Mitch Sterling, that's for sure. Plays with plenty of passion. Ball just through the hands of McGuan. That allowed Peel Thunder to continue on with it. Williamson left it for his teammate. Bit of run and carry alone on the end of it. It was at full stretch. Whelan impacted, as did Hunt. Whelan will get it back, feeds it out wide. Ward spinning out. Edwards around the corner. Vandenberg was the tall target there. And here's an opportunity on turnover for Barker to combine. Fowler. Been amongst the Falcons' best. Long clearing ball. Sterling playing from behind. The pick up. Travis Clark on debut. Pressure closing in on him. Up and under kick out of the back half. Fowler's going to sit underneath. He's had a good run and jump. Ward, Russell combining, and Peel Thunder just holding on at the moment despite being 5 points down, holding on to being under a goal. Williamson didn't see Clark whatsoever until split second. Russell has to go back. Cooper has Carr inside. Boxar's right with him, playing the defensive role. Their fumble by the captain's standards, bit of a mistimed handball. Here's Faithful. Haven't called his name too much today, but anytime he's gone near the ball, he has looked lively as he dragged that ball in. Umpire's going to circle. It does spill out, luckily for the Thunder's sake. Falloon on the end of it. Spotting up, trying to spot up Patton. Barraclough back into a Lone. Lone going the other way. And West Perth, despite dropping the mark, have a bit of time to work with Boxer. Takes the mark in front of Edwards. Slow to his feet. Tipping ball for Roost. Roost. Players coming from both directions. Big hip and shoulder. Umpire puts the whistle away as Whelan continues on with it from long range. Could have kept running. Recognised that Robertson's by himself, and that ball failing to stay in the field of play. Lauren really stepped up in defence today. Goes to Barraclough, who was caught in two minds but kept his composure. Then went to Boxer. Those two combined many a time this year. Not the best balls. Faithful tries to send it back the other way. Jones is all over him, and umpire can't separate the two. Jones give teammate a chance in and under. Pringle trying to make his presence felt. Comes down, attacking it, Zucchetti. Beating out Sterling, has a couple of Falcons to contend with. Zucchetti again, nimble through the contest, feeds it out to Seminu. Here's Collins, wanted to go backwards. Peel Thunder read that best. Whelan, chipping ball, not his best kick, just hangs in the air for a bit and asks a bit of Carr, but Carr stores the faith. Goes that wide to Ward. Peel Thunder want to get some bang for buck. They have controlled this patch at the moment, about the middle stage of the third term, as a mark taken there by Hunt. Chipping ball to Pringle. Can they open up the far side? Wanting to draw the opponent. Not his best handball there from McKenna Pringle, but at least kept it in the field in front of his teammate. Handball as Hunt pushes his opponent to the ground. See, Thompson's just come back on the ground, staying this next passage of play. Coming across Edwards. Couldn't quite stick the mark. McGuan receives it. Wants to go in there, the direction of French, who's drifted forward. Is that a mark taken? Apparently not. Well, it was a bit of a delayed whistle in the end. Pleading his case was French, so he got a fist to it. And now it's in the hands of Fenton. Fenton, that's not an area you want to turn the ball over. Reading it best, French. He put the last passage of play behind him, doing the team thing, and then giving a goal, but he's missed the first game of Clark, and you do not want to criticise French there, but perhaps the temptation of trying to give a first gamer an easy goal just got the better of him there. Would have liked to see French go the whole way. They do go up ever so slightly and a point extra to make it one straight kick, but wow, French did all the good work there, and then can't blame Clark too much, but obviously he had a bit of an impact calling for the ball as well. Nonetheless, play continues as Bowers tries to send it back to a similar direction. French is down there again. Crummers only as far as Peel though. Whelan out of the back 50. Pringle has time and space up his sleeve. And then Faithful was there, but Barraclough attacked it best. He can nail this. A lot easier said than done. And what could have been at the other end could get it back to where it was at the main break, and that's with neither sides being able to be separated. So, Trent Robertson, as reliable as they come, despite being from long range, and well, exactly for that reason, umpire did not move. Trent Robertson has his third, and we're back to where we were at half time, and that's with an even playing field, 31 apiece now as we get towards the last stage of this third term, and Peel Thunder refused to go away just when West Perth threatened to get a buffer on the scoreboard. Just under 6 minutes remaining. We've said for a large duration, hard to see which way this is going. Jones in the middle, combining there with French. Around the corner went Fowler. Up and under ball. And attacking it is Dufresne. The number 50. Up towards half forward broadcast side. But likewise attacking on the defensive end was Whelan. That ball's not going to stay in the field of play. Who can go into the last break with the momentum? That is the question to be answered in the last 5 minutes of play in this third term. Appreciate your company throughout the morning on the WAFL official YouTube channel, where all Colts and WAFL W games house in season 2026. I think mental health round as well. Great initiative by WA football for round 12 across the board, and round 13 of WAFL W. Handball there received. Clark gets it back, trying to will his team into the lead yet again. Of a standing step went Patton. Patton wants to give it. Edwards has floated forward. He was just caught underneath the flight of it, but might be getting a free kick back his way. Oliver Edwards. He spends most of his time in the ruck, but just drifting forward there. Not tempted by the handball receive option. The players, runner pointing long. They know the value of a lead at three-quarter time and what that could do when the final result is determined. Thompson around the corner. Talk about being welcomed back. Ewan Thompson hasn't been sighted since round 4, but he makes his Thunder team all the more better. Jumped in the end, fell back into his lap, and the finish was done to perfection. Averaging 25 disposals a game in those first 4 rounds. Ewan Thompson nails the snap. And it's the Thunder now who restore the lead as they did in that first half, or that first quarter more specifically. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Ewan Thompson sends the Thunder back into the lead. Aiming to win the second matchup against West Perth this season. West Perth will not be forgetting that game back in round 5. Not that they need extra motivation today after trying to bounce back from that loss against East Freo last week. Stealing out of the ruck there was French. Neither players really went to mark it in the end. Just trying to trap it in front there is Stegman. Already kicked 1 goal, and on the last line of defence, just seeing it through, was Tiger Martin. 5-point the ball game, under-led by that margin at quarter time. In a back and forth seesawing game of football, despite not being the most super high scoring game. Plenty of twists and turns, no doubt, coming up in this last quarter after this final couple of minutes. Not the target hit there. Sterling did well to reel it in his grasp though. Box up, went with a fist. Williamson, expect him to go back. He slung it at 360. That should be holding the ball, and it is. Williamson slung to ground there by Giller. Up and under kick. One more would do wonders for Peel Thunder heading into the last. Robertson attacked it well. Cooper gives it back to Robertson. Robertson slams it on the boot. There's a one-on-one. Vandenberg's down there. Right with him is Andrich. Neither player can really win the battle, but well done there on the defensive end. Boxer just has to handball it to himself at the moment. Might have to rush this through. And this is going to be paid advantage. It's not, because it's a free kick the other way. And Boxer, ideal result out of that. He had 3 Peel Thunder players to contend with. In the end, it's going to be a 50-metre penalty for Crow booting the ball away, which sometimes see those paid, sometimes they don't, but in this case it was, and Boxer brings it out. The back half goes to Alone. Might be Williamson. That kick there now for McGuan. Final minute coming up. They were ambitious to go one end to the other in the second quarter. It did come back to bite them with that goal. The siren to Little. That won't impact their desire this time again. Big kick there by Edwards. That's rather Edwards cutting it off. Could it be deja vu for the Thunder, one end to the other again? Sitting underneath it, Clark. Did he take the mark? He's off. He knows there's 30 seconds remaining. A buffer would be handy for Peel Thunder. Robertson can't quite keep that in. Did get a fingertip to it though, which denies West Perth the chance to bring it back in and probably denies their chance to make any last impact on this third term. So we have a thrilling fourth quarter coming up from HIF Health Insurance Oval. Final 25 minutes, it's been back and forth. But as it was at quarter time, it's Peel Thunder with a 5-point lead heading into the last quarter. They're aiming for 3 on the trot. And you won't forget but what happened in round 5, where it was an upset of 6 points to Peel Thunder. Shade to that game coming through in this one in terms of a close contest. Can West Perth turn around that ledger and bounce back from last week? We'll have to wait and see after the break. Final fourth quarter coming up of this EGT WAFL Colts clash. We're set for a nail biter towards the end. It's Peel Thunder by 5 points. We'll have the fourth quarter right after this ad break.
See, I finally opened up my eyes.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Fourth and final term coming your way from HIF Health Insurance Oval of this EGT Round 12 WAFL Colts clash. It's Peel Thunder by 5 points. And who knows what this last 25 minutes could throw up between the 4th place Falcons and the 5th place Thunder, with a 4-5 record both these teams having. 10% separates them on the ladder in favour of West Perth. But if Peel Thunder get up here, then they'll leapfrog them on the EGT WAFL Colts ladder. 5 points was the margin at quarter time. Half time was a draw, and now three-quarter time, 5 points back the way of the Thunder, aiming to win their third game in a row and make it 2 from 2 this year against the Falcons after winning at home back in round 5. Who can step up this final 25 minutes? Both teams won't have to search too far and wide for motivation as French wins the first clearance for West Perth towards the tip of the goal square. The deepest forward there is Collins, right by his side and getting the kick out. Peel Thunder defence back in a similar direction, sitting underneath it. Collins made a good contest of it. We'll have a ball up in the half for the Falcons. French wrapped up there. Two points. The other close game at Good Grocer Park, East Free lead Claremont. All get morning games today. Perth doing it comfortably over at South Fremantle, which is a surprise. Fremantle leading by 2 points. It's Peel Thunder by 5 here, and 22 points Subiaco over Swan Districts at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Ball for West Perth, dropping the mark. Collins might have caught the free kick for a push though, so it won't matter. And Maxim Collins, Peel defenders pleading their case. Fenton and also Sterling. But Maxim Collins can add his second from the end of the ground that he kicked his first goal in Colts footy. Typically a defender, which is where he's been playing for WA. Their trial games and in the under-18s championships, which are halfway through at the moment. Maxim Collins from the set shot. Sneaks at home. Maxim Collins has his second. And could he be the answer to a West Perth win? Get the feeling he's not done just yet, providing a target and doing that inside 50. Wasn't overly convincing, but Maxim Collins has goal number 2 and becomes West Perth's only multiple goal kicker for the Falcons.
Am I back on? Alright, because I can hear the entire, like I can hear the headset again. I can hear all that again. So. Yep. Alright, perfect. Will do. Alright, perfect. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back to HIF Health Insurance Oval. Last quarter's playing out. West Perth with a 7-point lead off the back of goals to Bowers and Dufresne. Hunt for Peel Thunder earlier scored his first goal in Colts footy. So 7-point in the lead here for West Perth. Back after some technical difficulties there, but back for the final 14 minutes of the fourth quarter. West Perth regain the lead by 7 points. Ball continues to play out. Zucchetti just lost his footing. Carr, quick around the corner. Peel Thunder still very much in this. Folks up. Daring ball. Asks a bit of Dufresne. He's joined Collins as a multiple goal kicker for the Falcons. Russell just had to wait for it. Gives it over there to Whelan. Whelan sidesteps his opponent with ease. Then sends it inside 50 at full stretch. It was Robertson. Couldn't quite take the mark. On top of it, the Thunder pleading for holding the ball, free kick. Umpire not buying into that. Back it's a free kick. Got in the way of Roost for West Perth. Box up to 23 possessions now. Often leading possession get up for his side out of the back half. Plenty of run and carry as well as his defensive efforts. Cooper trying to pick up Thunder. Both teams trying to drag it into each other. Umpire can't separate them. Patton, that kick. Bench won't be 15 metres. Hugging the boundary line around the corner. Vandenberg has to attack. Ward gets back onto his right boot. Didn't put his full effort into that. Can Little keep it in? And slamming it through. Little opponent. And back to a single goal. The margin 7-8-50. West Perth leading Peel Thunder 6-8-44. That was the margin back in round 5 the other way when Peel Thunder broke an almost 2-year winless streak to upset West Perth earlier in the season. It's the other way as it stands at the moment. West Perth, the home team. Ball is going to be brought back in through Cooper for the Thunder. 16th disposal coming up. Vandenberg on the short lead. Little has a free run and jump at it. Screaming for his Fowler. Fowler had to go one way then the other. Carr on the left boot. Can he work this back? Not quite. Who knows how handy that behind could be though. Under it, kick. Again, very much an arm wrestle in this EGT WAFL Colts fixture for round 12. Think mental health round. $11 minutes just over remaining in this one. Nathan Roth with you on the call. Pleasure to have your company on YouTube. Just misfiring there, Roost and Boxer. They were on the same page, but just misfiring ever so slightly. Boxer will get it back. Long handball over the top to Jones. Just misfired him. Ward, one way then the other. That last behind kick up. Carr sets up Thompson, who's already kicked one today on return. This would get back into the hands of Peel with the lead. Some really close Colts games over the years. Of course, none of these players would have played in that 2022 Colts Grand Final where Peel won by a couple of points, but it feels like they've built a bit of a rivalry throughout the years, despite, of course, players coming and going, advancing through. Thompson looked like pinpoint accuracy, but just faded to the left. And another behind for Peel Thunder. So both teams on the inaccurate side of the ledger as far as how many goals they've kicked. Ratio that with behinds. Kick out there from Barraclough, floating in. Cooper had a good run and jump at it. French wanted to give to Jones. Umpire to separate it once more. Patton. Around the corner, the Falcons. It's over the head of Sterling. Duchetti. Not sure that ball's intended for him, but it didn't matter. Got the ball moving on. Dufresne linking up. Another handball over the top. One-on-one in there. Collins down there. Benton's been given the tough task, and he's going to get the free kick coming his way. Bobby Fenton. Was short there. Hard. Set up for him. Didn't quite hit the target. Got the extra number, although turnover central. Fowler should run in. Didn't look super conventional. Didn't need to be. The snapping ball gets the breathing room that West Perth are after. And a moment that Peel Thunder would like over again. West Perth swooping on it, and they go out to a 10-point lead, which is worth its weight in gold in a low-scoring affair like today. Who knows how vital that goal could be for Fowler. Been amongst West Perth's best today. 16 disposals and a 1-goal one. Pringle trying to do everything he can. He'll still give Peel Thunder a chance. Crow didn't quite realise it was touched off the boot. Edwards just got a kick to it. Robertson from long range. If there's ever someone to step up, it is Trent Robertson. Can they shepherd it through? It was shepherded well there by Little, but just the wrong side of the right-hand goal post. Another behind for Peel Thunder. They might be brewing these opportunities, although can't fault that attempt too much from Robertson though. Got pretty good purchase on it with not a whole heap of momentum to work with. Helicopter ball. Giller dropped the mark. Stays in front. West Perth. Giller, can he get a handball out? Pringle trying to duck the head. Is that his Pryor? Umpire might have said it was, and he's going to be caught. Tried to milk the free kick there. Kenna Pringle. West Perth, they're not done taking the game on just yet. Sterling got up in an instant. Couple of players slow to their feet, including Sterling. Valuable seconds being put off the clock here. Collins, Whelan just going at it. Umpire says best way to split them up is to just throw the ball up and get on with it. Giller wanted Faithful. One more for West Perth, and it could just be about it. You'd have to say there's a player out the back. Just slight fumble there. You get the feeling Dufresne likes the tougher angle though. He might have done it on purpose. He's kicked 3, including what could be the sealer for the Falcons. Well, Laith Dufresne, he made it harder for himself, but knew he had a bit of time to work with, kept his composure, and the check side was on full display, splitting the middle. And unless Perth Thunder do something really special from here, you get the feeling West Perth might have got a bit of redemption from that round 5 result and have bounced back potentially from that off showing last week against East Fremantle. Back in the middle again. 5 minutes still. Anything can happen. West Perth are going to be hungry though. Bowers got the handball receive. They want to put a full exclamation mark on this. Attacking, it was Fenton. Spinning out Jones. Smothered off the boot. Fowler, can he add his second in successive moments? Is that a free kick? Umpire said play on. Sometimes see those called. Pringle drops the mark. He's going to be closed down. Had less time than he realised. Edwards just overran it. Cooper trying to pick up. Carr's in there, just trying to protect the space. High free kick for the Thunder. They have to get the ball moving. Faithful. As the rain pours down here, that'll help the case of West Perth. Slippery conditions, and the rain's held off for the most part of today. Until now. Alone. Just the required 15 in the end. And that's going to be 50 as well. So everything going wrong there for Peel Thunder. The clock continues to run. 15 points the margin. Ball to play on. Booming kick, going back with the flight. It was Martin, only could get one hand to it in the end. Much needed win for West Perth. They have Swan Districts Saturday night right at this very venue, HIF Health Insurance Oval. Made night games their own in recent times. Peel Thunder, they take on Claremont, who are coming off an unexpected loss, you could say, today against East Fremantle. Will be eager to bounce back themselves, so it doesn't get any easier for Peel Thunder. Final 3 minutes here, though. Spinning out, Peel Thunder, hack ball, Faithful on the end of it, alone, right by his side. And that ball just not saved in time. Faithful saying, I did touch it. That ball certainly touched this time. Luca Boxer, 27 disposals as it stands, lead both teams. Drew Clark, the opposing captain, up to 22. McKenna Pringle up to 21. Tyg Barakoff up to 20. 3 goals to Trent Robertson. 3 to Dufresne, including that superb banana. Maxim Collins, the other multiple goal kicker on the ground. As it stands though, still 2 minutes remaining. Zucchetti, Whelan going back with a flight. Great courage shown. Clark was pushed into it. Wanted to keep the ball moving anyway. Hand pass there, McGuan. Ball comes back the direction of Whelan Zucchetti spinning out. This would put the full exclamation mark on it. And it does that, certainly. Zucchetti, West Perth, going to walk away with the 4 points. Zucchetti adds his name to the score sheet. And they go out to 10 goals, which did not look likely, especially in that first half. They've only had one more scoring shot than West Perth. Then Peel Thunder, sorry, have only had one less scoring shot than West Perth. It shows that West Perth have made the most of their opportunities and probably doesn't fully reflect the entirety of the game, this margin, but credit to West Perth for seeing it out, going out to what is a 21-point margin now as it stands. Final 40 seconds remaining. Peel Thunder have been brave. Certainly showing a lot more improvement in season 2026, and they're by no means out of the hunt for finals. They'll just fall outside by percentage. Subiaco above them in 5th. The mark's taken there by Giller. Get a late consolation prize perhaps, and have the last say on this encounter. West Perth going to celebrate their 2 debutants, Travis Clark and also Jed McGuan, in style. As Giller, his ball just shaves the post. But West Perth wasn't the most beautiful display of footy, but sometimes you just have to win ugly and keep on keeping on, which is what they do in season 2026. Full time here from HIF Health Insurance Oval. A scrappy affair, but the scoring picked up after half-time. 10-8, 68 West Perth defeat Peel Thunder 6-12, 48, a 20-point ball game. And West Perth, a game clear of 5th position as it stands. Round 12 of the EGT WAFL Colts. Appreciate your company here on an overcast and winter-like day at HIF Health Insurance Oval as players shake their hands. Next week, West Perth, as I mentioned, have Swan Districts Saturday night here at HIF Health Insurance Oval, while Peel Thunder will be back down at Lane Group Stadium hosting Claremont on Friday night. So looking forward to being on that call as well on YouTube, where all games of Colts and WAFL W are housed in season 2026. But for now, we say goodbye from HIF Health Insurance Oval. It's the Falcons with a 20-point win, and they celebrate their 2 debutants in Travis Clark and Jed McGuan with wins in style to kickstart their Colts careers. Goodbye from Joondalup.